9 p.m. in RTD's time to English New Edition. For tonight headlines we have: arrival of President Guelleh in Paris to participate in the opening of the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris. At least 20 dead and several others injured yesterday in Gaza. Welcome to our newsroom. President Ismail Omar Guelleh arrives in Paris for the opening of the 2024 Olympic Games. Paris 2024, Paris 24 July 2024. The President of the Republic of Djibouti, Ismail Omar Guelleh, arrived in Paris on Wednesday to attend the opening of the 2024 Olympic Games and a summit dedicated to sport and sustainable development. During his stay, the President of the Republic will be received at the Élysée Palace by his counterpart and friend, French President Emmanuel Macron. During this bilateral working meeting, the two parties will discuss a range of issues, including economic cooperation, regional security, and sustainable development initiative. On 25 July, on the sidelines of the summit, Ismail Omar Guelleh will take part in an official dinner hosted by President Macron and the President of the IOC in honor of the head of state and government present for the opening of the Olympic Games. Djibouti will be represented at Paris 2024 Olympic Games by 7 athletes competing in 3 disciplines: athletics, judo, and swimming. All the sport disciplines in Djibouti have received substantial support thanks to the grant, which has played a crucial role in the development of Djibouti's athletes. It's up to various sport federations to redouble their efforts so that their athletes each the level benefit from this grant of excellence, which is so valuable for the development of sport. Aisha Ali Garad, a prominent member of the IOC Executive Committee, told the President Guelleh is accompanied by high-level delegation, including the Minister of Foreign Affairs Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, the Minister of Defense Hassan Omar Mohammed, the Chief of the Defense Staff General Tahiro, and the Secretary General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs Ambassador Ayed Moussaad Yahye. An official reception ceremony. The President of the Republic Ismail Omar Guelleh wished our athletes who had qualified for the Paris Olympic Games success and achievement. I hope that the Paris 2024 Olympic will provide additional opportunities for our country to win new trophy and distinctions, President Guelleh said. The Olympic Games 2024, the delegation takes up residence in the Olympic Village. Numerous athletes from all over the world have taken up residence in the Olympic Village. The Paris Olympic Games will open in 4-day times. On Friday, 26 July, athletes from U.S., South Africa, Belgium have moved into the Olympic villages. The French track cycling team have also packed its bags on social networks, and the Chilean athlete cherished her daily Olympic life, arriving in the flat, discovering the gym, cycling through the village. It is an atmosphere that contrasts with that of the New Zealand Olympic team, which honored its first hike. Others preferred to start by doing a bit of sightseeing in Paris, like some of the Croatian athletes who visited the Invalides. They are all sharing the same impatience on their social networks to get the Olympic competitions underway. It will be 4 days until Friday, 26 July, before the Paris Olympic Games are officially launched. Yesterday afternoon, Djibouti was severely affected by an episode of Hamsin, marked by particularly strong winds. The capital was enveloped in a cloud of dust, reducing visibility in several areas. The consequences of this sandstorm were felt in road seas and port infrastructure that were almost invisible due to the dust-laden wind. Faced with these extreme weather conditions, which authorities and road of sea users, as well as the general public, to be extra vigilant to prevent road accidents, shipwrecks, and fires. The relevant authorities are fully mobilized to manage this exceptional situation. The population is reminded that caution is in the orders of the day during the period of Khamsin. The inauguration of the regional branch of the UNFD in Arta, Women's Help in the Artas region, is a major step forward in the decentralization of mechanisms of the care of victims of gender-based violence in Djibouti. On 21 July, the town of Arta in the Republic of Djibouti marked a significant step forward in the fight against gender-based violence with the inaugurations of the regional branch of the National Union of Djiboutian Women, UNFD, for the care of victims in partnership with the USAID. This event is decentralized, demonstrating a strong commitment to protecting and supporting victims of gender-based violence, women in the regions of Djibouti who have long been obliged to travel to the capital to receive help will now benefit from psychological, medical, legal, and social support services close to home. The reoperations of the regional offices is intended to compensate for the lack of local support mechanisms, thereby facilitating access to the necessary help and improving the reliability of diagnosis, particularly of sexual violence. The opening of the Artas regional branch team was attended by a number of prominent figures, including the Secretary General of UNFD, Fatuma Musa, the acting prefect of Arta, Mohamed Fouzi Ahmed, the deputy head of the USAID project, Dahir Mironi, the coordinator of the Information and Referral Unit, Saharla Hassan, as well as the gendarmerie and community leaders. For his part, the acting prefect of Arta, Mr. Mohamed Fouzi, underlined the importance of this initiative for the government and its partners in the fight against gender-based violence. The branch's local offices will be responsible for raising community awareness of the importance of combating gender-based violence, forging strategic partnership with the local authorities, NGOs, and community organizations, and improving access to information and resources for victims. To ensure the effectiveness of these services, the UNFD, in collaboration with USAID project, has trained the staff of the regional offices on the mechanism for caring for victims. The Secretary General of the UNFD, Fatuma Musa, said that the opening of these regional offices represents a crucial step towards the decentralization of services for gender-based violence victims. This initiative, made possible thanks to the USAID Civil Society Engagement Support Project, is essential to strengthening protection and support for victims. The collaboration of all stakeholders is crucial to ensure the success of this initiative and contribute to the fight against gender-based violence in all regions of Djibouti. The Regional Council of Dekhel has organized a crucial training on securism and fires organized by the Global Security Society. 14 young people from the Dekhel region take the opportunity to participate in this training. This is important. This training has a capital importance in this period of Khamsin, and the vigilance must be taken up. And if this during this, it particularly crucial importance to training to the populations of the danger of the fires and to train the young people. This workshop will be in 3 days. In global security, SARL has demonstrated its professionalism and unwavering sense of duty. Security SARL is committed to giving priority to people's needs and responding favorably to them. To this, it is never hesitate to weather the raids in the Tajura regions. It can make a contribution. It is with this in mind that Global Security SARL has just launched a workshop on 1st May in 2 towns in the north region, namely Tajura, simultaneously from 21 to 23, in partnership with the ANFIP under the aegis of the Regional Council. These 2 regions, under the leadership of the Vice Chairman of the Tajura Regional Council and current acting Mr. Abdul Umar Abdul Qadir, and in the presence of the prefect of the region, Muhammad Ahmed Abbas. The training workshop in question was launched in a festive atmosphere. It was not mentioning in patients that this initiative, which will benefit around 40 young people in this two districts, was praised by many people in this period of Hamsin, training people about the danger of fires and raising their awareness how to avoid all possible fire risks. In particularly important, this training workshop, which will last 3 days of accelerated but rigorous trainings in each region, will be the presentations of certificate. For his part, the prefect of the Dakhel of the Tajura region, Muhammad Ahmed Abbas, said that this has always shown a relevant transparency and provided quality services to her customers, and this training will not tire and will not hesitate to go to the people of Djibouti wherever she is in order to present and benefit from its diversity. Finally, the training course, which will last 72 hours, will not be completed without awarding the participant with the certificate of attendance and as tokens of appreciation. The young people, the highway code for the young people in Tajura, the Ministry of Youth and Cultures has marked a new milestone in the empowerment of young people with the success of the training for the category B/C driving licenses initiated in January 2024 at the CDC in Tajura. The long-awaited event took place on Monday, 22 July 2024, when inspectors from the mining department traveled to the White City and more specifically to the CDC in Tajura to assess the young resident of the training. This effort is part of the wider strategy by the MGC to provide young people in the regions with the practical skills and concrete opportunities for economic integration. By equipping these young people with the necessary driving skills, the ministry aims to boost their employability and stimulate local economic development. The Ministry of Youth and Cultures would like to thank the inspector from the mining department and collaboration and their trip to Tajura. The evaluation of young people in Hayu as part of the driving license training project, as part of the driver's license training project for 55 young people from the town of Obok. A team of inspectors from the mining department traveled to Obok and more specifically of the CDC of Obok on Sunday, 21 July 2024 to take the theory tests for the highway code. This training project was launched on 26 May 2024 by the Minister of Youth and Culture, Dr. Hibo Mumin Asowe. It aims to offer young people opportunities for economic integration by enabling them to obtain their driving licenses locally. The beneficiaries expressed their deep gratitude to the Minister of Youth and Culture and the Minister of Interior for their invaluable collaboration in favor of decentralization, which made it possible to make available the inspectors essential to driving out this examination. This initiative reinforces our shared commitment to training and empowering young people present. The summer sport activities in Jajab district gets involved with as part of the summer sporting activity. The committee from the Secretary of State for Sport visited the Jajab beach yesterday, where a high-level match was being played between the two top teams. The committee, represented by Mr. Hassan Kako, Administrative and Financial Directors of the National Agency for the Promotion of Sport, and Mr. Ibrahim Hassan, Head of the Sport Department, expressed their satisfaction with the smooth running of the sport event. Mr. Hassan Kako stressed the importance of fair play and the talent of the player, essential values that the committee wishes to promote. Through these initiatives, the tournament organizing associations in close collaboration with the State Secretariat for Sports, pointed out that the tournament has entered its final stage and that activities will continue until August, according to the organizers' platforms to express their technical skills and develop their potential. For the international scene in Gaza, at least 20 dead and several others injured. Yesterday in Gaza, at least 20 people were killed and others wounded on Monday following Israeli air and artillery attacks that targeted several villages to the east of the town of Khan Yunis in the south of the Gaza Strip. According to the local media, the Al-Aqsa Canal reported on a statement published on the Telegram platform that 20 deaths and a number of injuries were reported following airstrikes and artillery shelling of villages east of Khan Yunis. It added that the Israeli Air Forces also carried out a raid targeting a site in the village of Khayzan Mashar in Khan Yunis. This Israeli escalation in Khan Yunis comes just hours after the Tel Aviv orders. And this is it for the news. Thanks for watching us. Have a good evening.